Welcome to probably one of the coolest knives I've ever seen. So, the origin of this knife is my girlfriend got this from a restaurant, just randomly sitting around, brought it for me because she knows I like knives. This was the last knife we reviewed right here, and I finally can deploy it with its small ass and close it with one hand. So, this was the last knife we looked into. But now we have this completely different knife that I had no idea what it was. Now, if you notice, there's a piece of metal here to deploy the blade, but it's really hard to deploy. So you have to do it like that, kind of do it like this. And then it opens up into a honestly, a really pretty blade. It's really nice compared to like a knife that you use for, you know, day-to-day handy uses. That's kind of ugly compared to I don't know, it just looks kind of elegant. It's really lightweight, but it feels very well made. Close it up, and it has a very odd opening right here that kind of just pops the blade out. Very interesting. So there was obviously no manual for it, no manufacturer. There was just this little symbol right here. If you look at that, you have that symbol right there, and pretty much nothing else. The only other identifying mark on this blade was this right here. So at first, I thought this was a pocket knife, just like the likes of the Smith & Wesson pocket knife that we reviewed before. But it turns out this is actually called a gentleman's pocket steak knife. It's actually really crazy. Thanks to Google, I took multiple pictures of this very blade in different angles. I took a picture of this symbol right here. I took a picture of these three other symbols on the blade right here. And finally, we came up with where this originates from. You're supposed to carry this around in your pocket, literally only for steak. This is a dedicated steak knife. This is not a pocket knife. This is not a utility knife. This is a utensil. Pretty sick, right? It's a utensil. It looks like a weapon. I mean, you can turn anything into a weapon basically, but it looks like it's meant to be a weapon. So, maybe a tool, a handy tool or something like that, but it is actually a steak knife. And for comparison, we have this little smaller Smith & Wesson utility knife right here. It's much bigger. So when I first grabbed onto this, I carried it around as a pocket knife for about a week. I had this in my pocket as a pocket knife for a week because it just looks so visually appealing. You know what I mean? The blade is really high quality, it seems. You know, whoever had this before definitely took care of it. So I thought it was definitely a pocket knife, but it turns out that it is a steak knife, ladies and gentlemen. So here's one for the books, just to add to the weird knives in my collection right here. We're gonna add this in here, and I'll add the name in the description. It's actually a pretty expensive knife. It's about $100 for a set of two. So it's a pretty expensive, situation. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I know this is not gonna be a popular I know this is not going to be something that's, seen very often. So let me know if you guys know anybody older maybe who's into carrying around like dedicated steak knives, if they're really like a steak person or something like this. This is the first time I've run into something like this, so it's really cool for me. So yeah, I just wanted to leave this for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for the next one. Fuck yeah, peace.